Dear Tom, I hope you will consider reading this on air, as I intend to have my wife in the car with me when you do. I have been giving her a ride daily, and we listen to the Tom Leykis show together in the car. Despite your clear and articulate presentation of principles over the past 3 years, they have not seemed to resonate with her. She appears to believe that universal truths don't apply to her. I'm writing this letter as it's the first time I felt compelled to reach out to an on-air radio personality. I believe you are the only one who can deliver this message effectively. Please refer to me as Paul. I'm sharing an open letter to my wife, and I'll remain anonymous to avoid legal issues. However, as you read on, you may wonder if I'm the author, though I will deny it if asked. The content will reveal my profession. Here's the open letter to my wife. Honey, we have been married for over 3 years now. Today I'm filing for legal separation. I've taken the time to reevaluate our relationship and my feelings for you. After careful consideration, I've come to the conclusion that it's time for me to gather courage, assert myself, and remove you from my life, much like removing a malignant tumor. I'm sharing this as a courtesy to you and as a warning for other women. I've asked Tom Leykis to read this letter on air so that you and every woman out there can understand the consequences of such behavior. Let's discuss our sexual relationship. During our honeymoon in French Polynesia, at a luxurious resort with overwater bungalows and breathtaking landscapes, I proposed having sex. However, your response was a tired and whiny complaint. On our honeymoon in such a paradise, your reluctance was disheartening. In the early days of our marriage, your willingness for sex diminished rapidly, and it became a challenge to initiate any intimacy with you. It felt like politics and games entered our relationship, whereas the previous year you were ready and enthusiastic at all times. I want to ask you, besides engaging in willing and adventurous sex, what else do you think you offer as a partner? Did I marry you for your intellect, companionship, or insights into various topics? To be clear, beyond satisfying sex, there was nothing else that drew me to you or made me consider a lifelong commitment when sex became a burden for you. I lost interest even in that aspect. Outside of willing participation in sex, you became an annoyance and a distraction, disrupting my peace of mind. Let me share a story from our honeymoon. On day 4 of our 10-day honeymoon, you declared that you weren't expected to have sex with me every day. This attitude baffled me, considering the extraordinary location we were in. It was clear that you didn't comprehend the significance of our honeymoon, as you suggested having friends and even your grandmother accompany us, which was an absurd idea. As time passed, I noticed your lack of conversational skills. This flaw had been overshadowed by our active sex life before marriage. This revelation made me realize the shallowness of our relationship. Around this time, I encountered a French intern named Kate Fitness Marie at our hotel. While you were lounging lazily in our room, she showed me the spa and hinted at something more. Our connection was instant, and it opened my eyes to the possibility of enjoying intimacy elsewhere. In hindsight, you may have believed that you had triumphed by making sex rare or non-existent within our marriage. However, the reality was that I found satisfaction outside of our relationship. The experiences were more thrilling and enjoyable than anything I had experienced with you. Your transformation after marriage was alarming. You stopped cooking, cleaning, and taking care of household chores. You neglected your appearance, and your insatiable desire for shopping remained your only interest. In short, you ceased to be a partner and contributed nothing substantial to the relationship. After reflecting on everything, I've decided to leave you. I'll no longer tolerate your nagging, complaining, and attempts to control me. I've taken steps to create a new environment where I can thrive without your negative influence. To all the women listening, here's a piece of advice. Take care of your partner, be respectful, fulfill their needs, and maintain a healthy sexual relationship. Sexual fidelity is often about feeling valued and desired. If you manipulate sex for control, you'll drive a wedge between you and your partner, leading them to seek fulfillment elsewhere. Marriage should be based on mutual trust, respect, and fidelity. If you change after marriage, breach the spirit of the contract, or manipulate sex for control, you're being disloyal and unfaithful. Infidelity is not limited to physical acts but encompasses emotional and relational aspects. In closing, I want to thank Tom for his valuable insights and for being a platform for open discussions. Signed, a longtime listener who chooses to be called Paul.